You ever wake up one morning, look in the mirror, and wonder where your strength went? Not the kind of strength that lifts weights or runs marathons, but the kind that gets you out of bed without groaning, the kind that lets you carry your groceries or stand up from a chair without needing help. It's not your imagination. It happens quietly, slowly, like a thief in the night. One day you're active and mobile, and the next, you're avoiding stairs and holding onto furniture just to balance. But what if I told you that there's one single food, yes, just one, that can help reverse that muscle loss, even if you're over 60, 70, or even 80? This isn't some exotic superfood or expensive supplement. It's something deeply rooted in nature, rich in nutrients your muscles have been starving for, and it could be your secret weapon against aging. In this video, you'll discover why your muscles shrink with age even if you're eating well, and how one natural, powerful food could rebuild your strength, reignite your metabolism, and help you feel more alive than you've felt in years. All I ask is, if you find this video helpful, give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us keep bringing you real, meaningful content that can change your life one small step at a time. That be why the time we're done, you'll understand exactly what causes muscle loss after 60, how to fight back naturally, and how this one food can give your body the raw materials it needs to build muscle again, boost your energy, and keep you feeling strong and independent. Let's dive in, and trust me, you'll want to hear every second of this. All right, here's the truth that no one tells you. After age 60, your body changes how it handles protein and muscle repair. You could be eating chicken breast 3 times a day, and your body still won't respond the way it used to. It's something scientists call anabolic resistance. Basically, your muscles stop listening to the signals that say grow, repair, stay strong. And that's terrifying because you start doing everything right, eating enough protein, walking regularly, staying active, and yet the scale creeps up, your jeans fit tighter, but your arms and legs feel like they're shrinking. That's not fat gain. It's muscle wasting, and it's one of the most dangerous things that can happen as we age. Why? Because muscle is life. It keeps you upright. It protects your bones. It regulates your blood sugar. It helps you recover from illness. And when you lose it, everything becomes harder. Climbing stairs feels like a mountain. Getting off the floor feels like an Olympic event. Your balance starts to falter. And worst of all, your risk of falls, fractures, even hospitalization skyrockets. But here's the game changer. There's one food, completely natural, incredibly nutrient-dense, that can flip that muscle loss switch back on. And that food is grass-fed beef liver. I know, it sounds old school, maybe even a little strange. But bear with me. This isn't some trend or gimmick. It's actually backed by decades of nutritional science and real-world evidence. Beef liver from grass-fed cows is one of the most powerful natural sources of bioavailable nutrients on the planet. We're talking about a food that's rich in high-quality protein, packed with essential amino acids, and loaded with vitamins and minerals that most of us are missing as we age. It's got heme iron, which your body absorbs better than plant-based iron. It's loaded with B12, which supports nerve health, energy, and metabolism. And most importantly, it contains a specific amino acid profile that supports muscle protein synthesis like almost nothing else you can eat. You see, your muscles don't just need protein, they need the right kind of protein. And liver is almost perfectly matched to what your body needs when it's trying to build muscle, especially after 60. Now you might be wondering, can I just take a protein powder or eat more meat? Here's the kicker. When you hit your 60s and beyond, your digestive system doesn't extract nutrients the way it used to. The absorption rate drops. Your stomach acid levels decrease. You're not breaking food down effectively anymore. That's why so many older adults are technically malnourished even if they eat 3 meals a day. But beef liver, especially when it's grass-fed and gently cooked or freeze-dried, delivers nutrients in a form your body can actually absorb and use. It's like handing your body a toolkit it finally knows how to use again. This is why so many seniors who start incorporating small amounts of beef liver into their diets report feeling stronger within weeks. They have more energy, less brain fog, and most importantly, they start to feel like their body is working with them again, not against them. I get it. The idea of eating liver might sound off-putting. You might be thinking, no way, not for me. But there are gentle ways to introduce it, like high-quality liver capsules, freeze-dried liver powders, or even mixing small amounts into meatloaf or chili where you won't even taste it. The goal isn't to eat pounds of it every week. It's to get just enough of its incredible nutrients to wake your muscles back up. Just a few ounces a week can make a dramatic difference. And no, you're not too old to start. Your body still responds to the right signals. It just needs them to be louder and clearer now. That's what this food does. It shouts to your body. Repair, rebuild, come back to life. There's another secret benefit too. Liver contains coenzyme Q10, vitamin A, copper, zinc, and other compounds that not only help with muscle building but support your heart, your immune system, your vision, and even your mood. Many older adults with chronic fatigue or weakness are actually low in these nutrients and don't even know it. And once they start getting them in the form their body recognizes, the transformation is almost unbelievable. I've seen people go from barely walking to enjoying daily strolls again, from naps all day to gardening with joy. Because strength isn't just about muscles, it's about confidence, independence, dignity. And no one tells you how quickly that can return when your body finally has what it needs. Let's talk about practical steps. If you're new to beef liver, start small. You can find high-quality liver supplements. Just make sure they're from grass-fed cows, with no fillers or additives. These mimic the nutrition of fresh liver without the taste or texture. If you're open to cooking, try pan-frying thin slices in butter and onions. Keep the portions small, maybe 1 or 2 ounces at a time, once or twice a week. Or chop it finely and mix it into ground beef for burgers or meatballs. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet, just add this in, consistently. It's like giving your muscles a second chance. Pair it with light resistance exercises, even just lifting water bottles or using resistance bands at home, and you'll amplify the results dramatically. I want to be clear, this isn't a miracle cure. You won't wake up with the arms of a bodybuilder, but what you will notice is that everyday tasks start to feel easier. You'll have more stamina. Your legs will feel more stable. You might even sleep better because your body isn't in survival mode anymore. And slowly, quietly, you'll feel something you haven't felt in a long time. Hope. Hope that aging doesn't mean decline. That even after 60, 70, 80, you can still rebuild. Still grow stronger. Still feel proud of what your body can do. That you're not broken. You're not too far gone. Your muscles didn't disappear overnight, and they don't need to stay gone. With the right food, the right movement, and a little consistency, you can bring them back. So give this a try. It might feel like a small change, but it could be the start of a big transformation. One bite at a time, one step at a time, you can take your strength back. Your future self will thank you for it. You might not notice it on day one, maybe not even in the first week, but something subtle starts to shift when you give your body what it's been begging for all these years. One morning you get out of bed and your knees don't ache as much. That constant feeling of being drained starts to lift. You walk to the mailbox and realize you're not winded halfway there. You start to stand straighter without even thinking about it. These little wins add up, and soon they snowball into something life-changing. Because when your body gets stronger, your entire outlook changes. You feel more in control, more motivated, more capable. You stop avoiding the mirror. You stop saying no to things just because you're afraid you won't have the energy. You start saying yes. Yes to small outings. Yes to reconnecting with friends. Yes to moving your body just because it feels good to do so. All of that begins with one small act of nourishment. Now let's talk about another hidden benefit that surprises so many people: your brain. That's right, liver doesn't just help your muscles. It helps your mind. It's loaded with choline, B12, folate, iron, nutrients that directly affect memory, focus, and cognitive function. Many older adults start forgetting things, feeling foggy, misplacing words, or struggling to follow conversations, and they think it's just old age setting in. But in many cases, it's simply that the brain is undernourished. You'd be amazed what happens when the brain gets the nutrients it needs again. Conversations flow more easily. You remember details better. You feel sharper, more present, more yourself. It's like clearing the dust off your mental windows. You can see clearly again. You can think clearly again. And that gives you confidence. Because there's nothing scarier than feeling like your mind is slipping away. But with the right nourishment, you can hold on to it, sometimes even bring it back stronger than it's been in years. The ripple effect continues. Better brain health leads to better mood. People who start getting high-quality nutrients, especially from whole foods like liver, often report feeling less anxious, less depressed, more emotionally stable. That's because these nutrients support neurotransmitter production, the chemicals that regulate how you feel. It's all connected. Your mind, your muscles, your energy, your emotions, they don't work in isolation. And when one improves, the others start to rise too. You begin to remember what it feels like to feel good in your own skin. And there's no age limit on that. Another thing people don't talk enough about is resilience. As we age, resilience becomes everything. The ability to bounce back from stress, from illness, from setbacks, it's what determines whether you recover in days or in weeks. Whether you regain your independence or slowly lose it. And resilience is built on a strong, well-nourished body. When you feed your muscles, your immune system gets stronger too. Your organs function better. Your body can take a hit and recover instead of spiraling downward. That's why this food matters. It gives you the physical resilience to keep living fully, to keep engaging with life, to keep adapting no matter what comes your way. Let's not forget digestion. A lot of seniors struggle with bloating, constipation, poor appetite, or acid reflux, and they don't realize that nutrient deficiencies can actually be the root cause. Beef liver provides nutrients that support your digestive lining, help produce stomach acid, and fuel your liver and gallbladder, the very systems responsible for breaking down and absorbing food. It's a strange irony, but the food that supports your digestion is also the food that becomes easier to digest once your system is running properly again. That's the regenerative nature of healing foods. They don't just put a band-aid on your symptoms, they help your body rebuild from the inside out so that everything works better. So that food doesn't just pass through you, but becomes part of you, strengthening, energizing, restoring. And it's not just about what you gain, it's about what you avoid. With better muscle mass, better balance, stronger joints and bones, you reduce your risk of falls, fractures, hospital stays, and the long-term complications that can follow. You reduce your chances of ending up in assisted living or losing your independence. That's powerful, because so many people think the loss of independence is inevitable. They think needing help is just part of getting older. But it doesn't have to be. Not if you take action now, no matter where you're starting from. Every bite of nutrient-rich food is a message to your body. I'm not giving up on you. I still believe in what you can do. I know change can feel overwhelming. Maybe you've tried diets or supplements in the past that didn't work. Maybe you've been told your best days are behind you. But this isn't about a fad or a quick fix. This is about reconnecting with the most powerful, ancient tool your body has for healing: real food. Not processed powders or synthetic pills, but something as natural and potent as liver. It's about building strength from the inside out and doing it one step at a time. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to turn into a bodybuilder. You just have to start. Start with one small habit. Start by saying yes to nourishment, yes to movement, yes to strength, and then just keep going. Let your body guide you. Let your strength return slowly, surely, day by day. There's something deeply empowering about knowing you still have control over your health. That even if your body is changed, you're not powerless. That your choices still matter. And that one of the most powerful choices you can make right now is to give your body the fuel it's been quietly begging for. Not flashy, not trendy, just real, just effective. Just a few ounces of liver a week, maybe through food, maybe through a supplement, paired with light movement, good hydration, and quality sleep, and you'll be amazed what starts to happen. Your energy will shift, your strength will return, your confidence will grow, and your life will feel like it belongs to you again. So, if you're sitting there wondering whether this is worth it, whether it's too late, whether you're too far gone, let me say it again. You're not. You're here. You're listening. You care. And that means you have the power to turn this around. Not by doing everything overnight, but by doing one small thing today. One thing your future self will look back on and say, that was the moment everything started to change. Keep feeding your strength. Keep trusting your body's wisdom. It still knows what to do. All it needs is a chance. And here's something else you probably haven't been told. Muscle isn't just about movement. It's your body's greatest reservoir of metabolic health. It controls how you use insulin, how you store fat, how you respond to stress, even how you heal from illness or injury. When your muscle mass drops, your risk for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline goes up. That's why muscle loss in older adults is such a dangerous, silent enemy. But here's the beauty of it. You don't need to become a gym rat or follow some intense training program. You just need to feed your body the right signals consistently, and grass-fed beef liver is like a megaphone screaming, "Repair yourself," into every cell. It's the kind of deep nourishment that doesn't just skim the surface. It reaches your mitochondria, those little engines inside your cells, and gives them the fuel to work like they used to 20 years ago. Think about that. What would it mean to you to wake up and actually feel alive again? Not just awake. That's what happens when your body starts getting what it truly needs. Not just calories, but nutrients that unlock everything from strength to mental clarity to deeper sleep. Now let's bust a myth while we're here. A lot of people are told that muscle loss is inevitable after a certain age. That once you pass 60 or 70, it's just a downhill slope and you better accept it. That is false. The truth is, muscle is dynamic. It responds to what you do, what you eat, how you rest. And even in your 70s, 80s, and 90s, your body is capable of building new muscle cells. There are studies showing seniors in their 80s gaining strength and size in as little as 8 weeks simply by feeding their bodies what they need and moving them in simple, intentional ways. What holds most people back isn't age, it's a lack of proper nutrition, a lack of the right signals, and often, a lack of hope. But when you get even one of those things right, especially the nutrition part, the results can be shocking. Your clothes fit differently. You sit down and stand up with ease. You bend down to tie your shoes and notice your balance is better. You catch your reflection and think, hey, I look stronger. That's what real food can do. And that's what beef liver, in particular, is so uniquely equipped to deliver. I want to tell you about something remarkable. This isn't just theoretical. There are older adults all around the world using this one food as part of their daily life, and the stories that come out of it are powerful. One woman in her 70s had been struggling for years with muscle cramps, weakness in her legs, and severe fatigue. She started adding small amounts of grass-fed liver to her meals just twice a week, and within a month, her legs felt steadier. Her posture improved. She wasn't gripping the rail every time she used the stairs. Her family noticed. Her doctor noticed. And most importantly, she noticed. Not because she was lifting heavy weights or doing high-intensity workouts, but because her body was finally being fed what it had been missing for decades. It's like waking up from a long nap. And she's not alone. These small changes are happening in kitchens and homes all over, quiet little victories that nobody talks about. But that changed the course of a life. Let's talk cravings and appetite for a moment, because that's another thing that often shifts with age. Maybe you've noticed that your hunger signals aren't as clear as they used to be. Maybe you're not eating enough because your appetite is gone. Or maybe you're snacking more on sugar and carbs because you're chasing energy that never seems to arrive. Beef liver is unique because it nourishes your body so deeply that your cravings begin to shift. You feel fuller with less. Your blood sugar stabilizes. You stop reaching for that mid-afternoon cookie because your energy is more even. It's one of the most overlooked benefits. When your body is properly nourished, it doesn't scream for junk. It feels calm, strong, satisfied. And that changes everything from your weight to your mood to your sleep. And let's not forget about bones. A lot of people think of calcium when they think of bone health, but muscle and bone are deeply connected. The stronger your muscles, the more support they give to your skeleton. And liver is loaded with nutrients that aren't just good for muscle, they're great for bones, too. Vitamin K2, phosphorus, and of course, high-quality protein all contribute to bone density, joint stability, and injury prevention. So by feeding your muscles, you're also protecting your hips, your knees, your spine. It's a total body benefit. And in a time when falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults, that matters more than ever. Now here's something that surprises people. Liver isn't just a food, it's a form of ancestral medicine. Our grandparents and great-grandparents didn't have shelves of pills and supplements. They had organ meats, bone broths, and home-cooked meals full of wisdom. They ate liver not because it was trendy, but because it was powerful. It gave them resilience. It helped them recover from childbirth, surgery, illness. And we lost that knowledge somewhere along the way. We started fearing fat. We started relying on synthetic vitamins. And our bodies have been starving ever since. But now you have a chance to reclaim that wisdom, to go back to what worked, to feed yourself like your body was designed to be fed. Even if you can't access fresh liver easily, there are high-quality supplements out there that make it simple. Look for those made from grass-fed cows, freeze-dried to preserve nutrients, with no fillers or additives. A few capsules a day can give you a steady stream of those life-giving nutrients. It's not magic, it's just biology working the way it's supposed to. And when you combine that with light movement, daily walks, gentle resistance bands, bodyweight squats while holding on to the counter, you start to rebuild your foundation. You start to notice the changes. And those changes give you momentum. There's also something spiritual about it. When you nourish your body deeply, when you stop ignoring its cries and start answering them with love, something shifts in your soul. You begin to respect yourself again. You start feeling proud of the small efforts, the progress, the return of energy. You stop seeing aging as a curse and start seeing it as a new chapter, a chapter where wisdom meets strength and where strength brings back joy. Because that's what this is really about. It's not just about muscles or food, it's about life. It's about reclaiming your right to feel good in your body, to move through the world with confidence, to play with your grandchildren, to walk without fear, to dance in your kitchen, to stand tall at the grocery store, to feel strong not just in body, but in spirit. So let this be your invitation. Not just to eat something new, but to live differently, to live with intention, with care, with the belief that you still matter. Because you do. You're not invisible. You're not past your prime. You're still here, still alive, and your body is still capable of more than you think. All it needs is the right fuel, the right signals, and a little patience. Start small. Start today. And watch what happens when your body begins to remember what it means to feel strong.